Listen, man. Listen. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV, Biker News you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is that you happen to be. It is Tuesday morning, back to work. Thank you, everyone, for your wonderful words for uh, Memorial Day for those of us who served. Wild on Tuesday, we see you. Good morning, man. I hope you've been well. I hope your business is going well. You guys need to ask Wild on Tuesday. He's got some sort of life-saving youth replenishment business where he is making people live longer. Especially, I think if you got the paper. Good to see all my Black Sabbath brothers and sisters and folks and things and people on here. Listen, man, listen. Those of you who don't know, this is Black Dragon Biker TV. I'm the host, Black Dragon, and we want you to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Okay, that being said, let's get right on into it. Seems as though folks aren't being good to each other out there. It appears that 7 people have been hurt after rival biker, we call them motorcycle clubs. They have that other word for them. That word that they use. It seems that they had a shootout on the freeway in Las Vegas. They've arrested 3 guys. The New York Post reports 7 hurt after rival biker, you know that word, gets in shootout on Nevada highway. So they've arrested these 3 guys, Russell Smith, Stephen Allo, and Richard DeVries, after the shooting, though it's not clear with which biker club nation they are affiliated. So the guys probably ain't speaking. What club are you in? What biker gang are you in? I take the fifth. I don't have to speak. I'm going to shut up, which is what should happen, right? 7 people were injured after 2 rival outlaw biker groups got into a shootout on a highway in Nevada. Police said members of the Hells Angels and the Vagos began shooting at one another just before noon Sunday on the US 95 freeway. You know, they just began doing that, says the article. Just 17 miles from the center of Las Vegas, the Henderson Police Department said Monday. You know, when they do that, when they start doing that, like they start adding proximities, like, you know, you guys, you had your shootout out here, you know, out on the freeway, and then they bring it in on you, like, you know, they were just 17 miles from the city of Las Vegas. They were just 17.3 miles and 2/8 of an inch from the center of town, as if to insinuate that somehow you were getting ready to come in the middle of town. It's that how stuff builds. You know how stuff builds. Anyway, they were just 17 miles from, like, what does that have to do with anything? They weren't in the center of the city. They weren't even, well, I mean, I don't consider 17, like, can a bullet go 17 miles? I don't know. But you my people out there, you know, because you guys know everything. I'm sure there's going to be some instance where a bullet went 17 miles when you guys are going to tell me about it. Yeah, you know, Black Dragon, bullets go 17 miles all the time. Anyway, when officers arrived, they discovered several people wounded. 6 were taken to local hospitals, 2 in critical condition. The 7th individual checked himself into a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Yeah, that always sucks when you have to check yourself into the hospital, because now, you know, they immediately call the police. You try to, like, have a club doctor or something. Police charged 3 people involved in the shooting. Cops arrested 66-year-old Richard DeVries, 46-year-old Stephen Allo, and 26-year-old Russell Smith. So does that mean there's really like no retirement for me? Like that's a 66-year-old guy. I'm 59. I thought like maybe next year I'd be out. Am I going to be like 66 and still getting down? Holy moly. Man, I bet that guy has a 25-year-old wife too. Go on ahead, my man. Go on ahead. Anyway, he's out he's out there with the youngins. Do not see you guys be talking that noise to us. Oh, geez. Just did a video on it yesterday. Y'all got us twisted up and mixed up, man. We will get out there on y'all's ain't nobody playing out here, man. Nobody playing. Don't try to have my age like I can't get out here and be spitting lead with the rest of them. They were each charged with 6 counts of attempted murder with a deadly weapon and 6 counts of battery with the use of a deadly weapon causing substantial bodily harm, 6 counts of discharging a gun into occupied structure or vehicle, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder with a deadly weapon. You know, they always charge big going in. These are big charges, but they don't necessarily mean anything just yet. They throw the book at you in the beginning to hope you turn on each other and stuff. It's not clear with which biker click these charges are affiliated. We don't know which club they're with. The shooting caused a traffic nightmare in the Las Vegas metro area as investigators shut down US 95 from Boulder Highway to Horizon Drive and Horizon Drive from Pacific Avenue in both directions for several hours while they were trying to, of course, collect everything they could. I think we have some video. It's not like good video or anything. I guess this guy might be saying the same thing I just said, but let's check it out real quick and see what he's got to say.
Tonight, Sunday, May 29th, our accident investigators are on the scene of a fatal crash in Northwest Harris County. The location of this crash is State Highway 249, or also known as Tomball Parkway, and Hollister Street, which is in the District 1 patrol area. This
I'm Sergeant David Rose. I'm with Houston Police Department's Vehicular Crimes Division. We are out here investigating a fatal crash.
How are they gonna? What just happened? Hold on. Somebody just took over my.
What we know happened is there was a cyclist in the roadway.
What the heck?
According to witnesses.
Hold on a minute here. They've something has stolen my sound. Why? Why would it do that? What has gone on? Do we have 2 sounds going on here? Oh, that right there. Some kind of way this came on. I didn't turn that on. That's a bicyclist that got struck and killed by a car. I don't know why. You know, I hate this. Like, I need a real team here. I'm getting disappointed that I don't have my team. All right, here we go.
That Harris County Constable's Office Precinct 1 is working. We believe they're linked. That incident happened at the approximately 11,600 block of Walnut Dale Street, which is in the Upland Willow subdivision, which is also off of State Highway 249 south of here. From what our investigators have determined, there was Precinct 1 is working the separate shooting at that location on Walnut Dale. That location involves at least 3 people were sustained gunshot wounds. Based on the information reported so far, 1 male was struck in the back and leg, an adult male. 1 female was struck 2 times to her leg, and another male was struck 1 time in the groin area. 2 of those victims were transported to a hospital for treatment. The Sheriff's Office, Violent Crime Unit investigators are meeting with them to get their information regarding that shooting. And those investigators are working with Precinct 1 Constable's Office to put together information on that case. I don't have any information on the shooters or anything else involving that crime or aggravated assault or why those persons were at that location tonight. I do know that one of the victims who was shot in the back and leg He operated a black Cadillac sedan, a Cadillac STS, northwest bound on 249 Tomball Parkway. He traveled at a high rate of speed based on what witnesses have stated. He, of course, we believe, was actively bleeding from his gunshot wounds. Inside the vehicle, reported to us, was also an adult female and a 5-year-old child female. We do not know where they were seated in the vehicle yet. The Cadillac operator is believed to be the 25-year-old black male with the gunshot wounds. He traveled at a high rate of speed northwest bound on State Highway 249. In the intersection of Hollister Street, there was an operator on a Honda Shadow motorcycle in the inside lane. He was stopped at a red signal light. The driver of the Cadillac intended to run, we believe, he intended to run the red light.
Oh, wait a minute. What the hell is this? This isn't even the story. Okay. That's interesting. Dragging off on the wrong story. That's a whole different story. Man. Ouch. Okay. Well, I thought I had this video of the rival biker shootout. Man, I could have sworn I had that video. Man, getting back into the studio, Black Dragon. Jeez Louise, bro. Hold on, folks. Don't start leaving. You know how you guys are. Here we go. Okay, so anyway, the video I saw was the same thing as what I just told y'all. So no video on that this morning. So the next story I already showed you. So let me tell you about it. Back here to this thing. All right. So forgive me for not having my SHIT together. Man, I had the video queued up. This is sad. I need a you guys know I need a director of media affairs in here. All right. So the next story, this one kind of sucks. You guys saw the video on it a little bit. So a man on a motorcycle was struck and killed by a man who was shot that was taking himself to the hospital. That kind of sucked. This guy got shot on his way to the hospital. He runs over a man. So deputies say a man driving himself to the hospital was driving himself to the hospital when he struck the motorcycle from behind. A man who was riding a motorcycle was struck and killed by a man who was taking himself to the hospital after being shot. The crash happened around 9:40, as you guys heard, on 249 Hollister Drive. Deputies said the injured man was speeding when he switched lanes and struck the back of the motorcycle that was stopped at the red light. The biker was ejected and pronounced dead at the scene, according to deputies. You know, it was kind of weird to me because he was saying, well, one guy was black, and I was kind of halfway listening, and I thought to myself, well, what's the black guy doing getting in that last thing? But no, this is what was going on here. And they're gonna charge this guy with endangering a minor, endangering the female passenger in the vehicle, and they're gonna charge him with a few things. They're not happy with this guy. So let's get back to this video and finish watching it. Here we go.
And swerved from the center lane into the inside lane at the last second, and unfortunately hit the rear end of the motorcycle.
So that's another thing they were saying was that they're going to charge this guy because they think he was going to run the red light. He switched lanes at the last second and hit the biker.
Stop motorcycle, and the Cadillac and the motorcycle traveled into and through the intersection of Hollister Street, and the motorcycle operator was separated from the motorcycle, and he succumbed to his injuries on scene. So
he was launched from his motorcycle. The guy hit him so hard he launched him to the air, and that's when he succumbed on the scene.
He's deceased on scene. The Cadillac STS traveled off the roadway east, crashed through a fence, and ended up in a grassy field. And the vehicle caught some of the grass under it on fire, but that vehicle does not seem to have sustained damage from the fire. Those occupants, the male, female, and child, were all transported to a hospital. For the male, the gunshot wounds and also any injuries sustained in the crash. Saw that the vehicle's airbags did deploy. The other occupants of the vehicle, we believe, were transported just as precautionary for the injuries sustained during the crash. They are believed to be non-life threatening on the female and the child. I'm still awaiting word on whether the gunshot victim's injuries are life-threatening or not, but it appears that he was attempting to drive himself to a hospital when he unfortunately struck the rear end of this motorcycle in the roadway. So the intersection of State Highway 249 and Hollister Street is closed right now for a few hours while our investigators conduct a full investigation. We've got multiple investigative units on scene. Crime scene units will be checking out the Cadillac, and also they're dispatched to the hospital to gather the evidence related to the shooting scene. We've got violent crimes unit investigators to investigate the aggravated assault aspect of this investigation, and also our accident investigators will be responding to the scene to conduct a full investigation regarding the death as a result of the motor vehicle collision. We also have the medical examiner's office on scene conducting their investigation. Northwest Fire Department, we appreciate their help on this scene. Also, Harrison County District Attorney's Office will be responding because there might be charges involved on the part of the Cadillac operator based on his actions that he conducted tonight. And also, we've got our reconstruction team, our accident investigators, specialized reconstruction team coming out to the scene to get firsthand information from this scene. So it's a very active investigation on both fronts. We appreciate any cooperation that any witnesses have. If they were in the area and saw anything, please call us, 713-274-7400, Vehicular Crimes Division.
So, man, that was one hell of a report that he gave. So we know everything that was happening on that front, which was really kind of crazy. That you would die because somebody was not operating their motor vehicle correctly. Also, let's go on back. I found this video for you, but it's basically the same thing I said, but here you go.
3 reasons.
Oh, shit. Why do they do this to me? Hold on, people. Let me do this real quick. And here we go.
A violent scene on a local highway where 7 people were injured during a shooting, and now we're learning more about the suspects. Henderson police have identified 3 people involved in the shooting. That's Richard DeVries, Stephen Allo, and Russell Smith. Police say these 3 men are members of affiliates or rival outlaw motorcycle gangs, Hells Angels and the Vagos. The shooting happened yesterday on the 95 near Horizon Ridge. 7 people were hurt, 2 patients critically injured. Sunrise Hospital was also on lockdown for hours following the incident. The hospital says this is protocol for a trauma center. The investigation shut down both sides of the highway for hours. Henderson police have not shared what led up to this incident. Story of violence seen on a local highway where
holy moly, I need to get, okay, that's it. I'm gonna get some Black Dragon
seen on a local highway.
I'm getting some Black Dragon reporteresses in. Okay, all right, airlines have airline stewardesses. I need some reporteresses to handle some of the biker news. Wow! Just saying. Wow! Man, oh man. Okay. Thank you, reporter. See, that would be so cool, wouldn't it? If you guys need to send me some reporters, we could go to them. Okay, and we have the lovely Linda. Go ahead with your report, girl. What's your fine self? I wonder how my show would respond, how well the show would do. Anyway, so that's what happened with the bikers that were part of that, the folks that were shooting over there and on the freeway at each other. But I'm glad they did it out on the freeway somewhere. Where you can do things and not hurt anybody. Somebody said 17 miles from Vegas was a million miles away. Now, on to the Uvalde shooting. I hope I'm saying it right. Patriot Family says, you have my permission for some reporters. Nice. God bless our females. Yes, bless them. For they bless us. Thank you. Thank you, my patrons, for giving me permission. I'm gonna get us some biker girls, Black Dragon, biker. I need weather models. Somebody said in some countries they have them all completely 100% naked on the show, and I'm a equal opportunity guy. I'll do my part of the show naked too. I don't mind. I'm sure you guys want to see me. Why wouldn't you? I'm beautiful. But anyway, we digress. We're going to go to the Uvalde shooting. Survivors seek comfort anywhere, including in the arms of bikers, and we know that because bikers, we're everywhere. We're trying to help with everything. So this is Celeste Ibarra and her daughter Abriela Melchor, who survived the mass shooting on Tuesday, prayed with members of the Journey Riders Sons of God motorcycle club, including Adam Torres, far left, at Murphy USA gas station in Uvalde, Texas. So people in Uvalde are praying everywhere and all the time. At the makeshift memorial in the town square, there are at least 2 people at any given time offering to pray with mourners gathered there. At the local Fix, a small coffee shop and restaurant near the center of town, clusters of people close their eyes and clasp their hands together as they wait to put in their orders. Even at Murphy USA, a gas station on Main Street at the east edge of town, members of the Journey Rider Sons of God Motorcycle Club, a Christian biker group, lay their hands on a petite little girl who survived the bloody massacre of Robb Elementary School on Tuesday. Well, at least they didn't say Christian biker gang. I'm glad they said Christian biker group. That's nice. A 9-year-old, Abriela Melchor, told NPR she narrowly escaped the slaughter because she'd been in the bathroom when the gunman entered the school. Oh, my God. Somewhere in the middle of washing her hands and drying them, she missed the teachers yelling and warning children that there was an active shooter in the building. So she stepped out into the hallway, Melchor said. She stepped into an exchange of gunfire between a shooter who was running down the hallway and law enforcement. My God. I hear him I hear him shoot, and I think he was shooting an officer, the girl said quietly. Then I saw his feet running past the restroom, and he starts shooting again. So I went back in, and I ducked and hid. Or she said, in and I duck and hide. That's what she said. Adam Torres, president of the San Antonio chapter of the Christian biker group, the Journey Riders, towers over Melchor and her mother, Celeste Ibarra, as he holds his hands over them. This is a brave little girl and a brave mother, he said with his closed eyes. The motorcycle club made the 85-mile trek early to provide some comfort to anyone who is seeking the love of God. Several dozen riders joined the caravan on their Harleys, and others drove behind them in cars adorned with flags. In all, they spent a handful of hours in town, praying with people on the sidewalk, in stores, and parking lots and gas stations. And it appears that they have provided at least a few moments of respite for Ibarra and her daughter, who said she feels sad, frustrated, and scared since the school shooting. We just met this lady and her daughter, and we just wanted to show them that there's hope and there's people on the other side, Torres told NPR. The 9-year-old relives the horror. From inside Robb Elementary School, Melchor said she remembered hearing 3 shots ring out and said it sounded as if the gunman was kicking a door to a nearby classroom. And then he opened it and he started shooting. Melchor doesn't know how long she was there alone. Her mother told NPR that the 3rd grader remained crouched in a ball in a fetal position on the floor. When officers finally came in to take the child to safety, Melchor was still curled up on the floor of the bathroom stall. She remembers that she was too afraid to make a sound or even look up. All she could see was two shoes on the other side of the door. And when officers called out to see if there was anyone inside, she remained silent. Smart girl. It wasn't until she took a peek from under the door and saw their badges that she trusted it was safe to come out. I saw those badges and I say, "I'm here," she said. Ibarra wiped tears away from her. Ibarra wiped away tears from her face as she listened to her daughter recount the horrific story. She soothingly stroked the little girl's back and adjusted a big purple bow on Melchor's head. Then she recalled her own nightmare of urging law enforcement to put an end to the massacre. And this is the part that's really going to piss me off. I was on the phone with my mom, and I just told her if she doesn't come out within the next few minutes, I'm going in, Ibarra said. You hear that? I was on the phone with my mom, and I just told her if she doesn't come out within the next few minutes, I'm going in. Ibarra had heard about the active shooter on a police scanner while driving into work. Wow, she had a police scanner in the car. By the time she arrived, local police had already cuffed one mother who was attempting to enter the school to retrieve her child. A father broke a classroom window, climbed into the school, and rescued his children. That's when the police officer actually started helping, Ibarra said bitterly, adding, I understand they have their protocols also, but I mean, it was a long time before any of our kids were a priority to them. Like an hour long time. I didn't care what they would do to me, Ibarra said. I was going to get her no matter what. In the end, she didn't have to. Just as she was about to climb over the chain link fence around the building, she said, I saw her coming out with a state trooper and a border patrol officer, the only people who really jumped to the task and got something happening. So I just grabbed her from there and literally dragged her to my truck. The nightmare lingers. Melchor explained that she imagines hearing noises in the night and doesn't want to be by herself. Ibarra said Melchor and her sister have taken to sleeping in the same bed with her. It's a lot, Ibarra said. That's why she welcomes the offers of prayer from strangers at a gas station, even bikers. We just arrived and they prayed for Melchor and gave her a little sense of peace and calmness because she doesn't talk to anybody, Ibarra said about her daughter. She added, she's a very quiet person, so for her to hug and, made me feel really comfortable. Ibarra looked over at her daughter, whose arms were wrapped around towards his trunk, like left leg. Thank you, she said. That's what you bikers do, man. That's what you bikers do, man. You guys do amazing things all the time. So we thank you, bikers, over there for making us look great and for impacting the life of this child and her mother. So when she sees bikers on a motorcycle in the future, she ain't going to be thinking gang, because she knows better. She knows that there are folks that pray for us. So it looks like we got the founder there. He's got San Antonio. He's the president and founder. So we got the prez there. I'm not sure who this gentleman is. I can't see whether he has colors on or not. And then we have a servant, Scott. Servant Scott was there. And they've got Matthew 5:19. Is that 5:19 or 5:9? You guys are my audience knows everything. They'll know what that is. But we've got them there, and we're just so thankful that you guys are making us bikers look great over there at what is the name of that motorcycle club? Sons of Journey Riders, Sons of God Motorcycle Club. Good on you guys, man. Listen. Good on you guys. Did you hear what's going on in Canada, man? Listen, man. Listen, there's an assault on gun ownership. And if they can do this in Canada, whoo, buddy. Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, wants to freeze the sale, importation, and transfer of handguns into the country of, the state of, the place of being of, the continent of Canada. I mean, the whole damn thing. Communist up there. I'm telling you, this is crazy. The big picture. This isn't a full ban. It's not. This isn't a full ban, but it will significantly restrict the number of handguns in circulation. So I guess if you got one, you're good. If you're like some of the folks I know that have like 50 of everything. I happen to know a guy that watches this channel that told me a couple of days ago that he has 2,500 guns. And he just inherited another, 1,700 or something like that. If you're that guy, you're good. If you're a new guy coming on the scene, gee, I think I'll get into hunting. Not so fast, bro. Well, handgun anyway. I think I want some self-protection. Not so fast, bro. We ain't selling those no more. Merlin's Open Road Therapy. You guys know Merlin, Open Road Therapy. Merlin is my executive producer. He says they never had the right to own guns like us anyway, Black Dragon. So what are you crying about? Trudeau banned handgun sales by fiat. That will not happen here. What is by fiat? I don't know what that means. Our wonderful sarcasm PM. Oh, we got somebody up there? We got somebody that's actually up there where that BS is going on as one of our viewers. Our wonderful sarcasm, wonderful, he's being sarcastic, Prime Minister loves knee-jerk politics. Crook will always have access. Crooks. He's saying crooks will always have access to guns. Yes, criminals will always have access to guns. Hen Rough Rider over there in Italy says, I'm a gun owner, but not in Italy. I will soon, but when was the last time we had a highway shooting or school shootings? I guess they don't have that in Italy. But I would still have my gun if I could have one in Italy. Even if I didn't need it, I'd want one on my side. It just makes me feel more Wyatt Earpish. I'm your Huckleberry. BDB morning, sir. What's going on? We're just talking about this stuff out here. So anyway, Justin Trudeau says, Prime Minister Trudeau, a really young looking guy. I wonder how old he is. He wants to freeze the sale, importation, and transfer of handguns in Canada. This is not a full ban, but it will significantly restrict the number of handguns in circulation, CBS reports. In other words, we're capping the market for handguns, he said in a press conference. We're not going to ban them. We're just going to stop you from being able to get them. You won't be able to get any bullets and stuff. This is me thinking out loud. Let me hear what they actually say. In other words, we're capping the market for handguns, he said at a press conference. Other than using firearms for sport shooting and hunting, there is no reason anyone in Canada should need guns in their everyday lives. Canada has stricter gun laws than the U.S., and it does not guarantee a constitutional right to bear arms, like Merlin said. New rules proposed in Canada Parliament today include limits on the size of magazines, harsher criminal penalties for trafficking guns, a red flag gun control law. Damn, everything they're talking about doing here. Stripping firearm licenses from people involved with domestic violence. We already do that. I don't know if you knew that. Well, we strip concealed carry permits from people involved with domestic violence. I don't know if we strip owning a gun from them. Flashback, Trudeau introduced a rule banning AR-15s and other semi-automatic rifles in 2020 after a mass shooting spree in Nova Scotia. In March of 2022, Canada said it would add another year to an amnesty period while officials set up mandatory buyback programs. So they made that law, but they ain't been able to enforce it yet. Not even they have been able to enforce that yet. So they're going to give you another year of amnesty. There's an interesting thing about taking citizens that yesterday were law-abiding citizens and tomorrow they're felons because you changed the law overnight. And they weren't with that SHIT. Like, I've never broken a law in my life, and I went and bought my AR-15 Sporter legally, and then tomorrow you say it's illegal, and now I'm a felon. So there's a lot of people in this country that you might have the gunfight at OK Corral in someone's backyard. So, Kyle Sharp, I like my protection, and that sounds like Antifa communist up there. I don't think Antifa was asking for guns back, were they? They just wanted to defund the police. How do you defund the police and then everybody turns in their guns? That's crazy, isn't it? Is that crazy? If we defund the police and limit everyone's ability, we're not going to limit the guns. We're just going to put a cap on the market. What if they put a cap on our market? They put a cap on our market, and this is everything. Man, this is everything that they want to do here, but cannot. Well, they've already got the rule ban the AR-15, and they did that here. They had a ban on assault weapons here. It was 10 years long. But if you had your assault weapon, you could keep it. But if you were in California like I was, there was a bunch of stuff you couldn't have 2 or 3 things. You could only have 2 or 3 things, like a flash suppressor, tripod, and I forget what the third thing was, pistol grip maybe. And you could only have 2 of those 3 things, and then you didn't have an assault weapon. But if you had 3 of those 3 things, you did have an assault weapon. So you either had to lose your flash suppressor or your it was crazy. This is what they want to do at all. They want to do everything I've heard people say. They want to limit the size of magazines. Why do you need a gun capable of killing 25 people in just seconds? Well, what if I'm attacked by 25 people? Like a motorcycle club. I mean, it could happen. Harsher criminal penalties for trafficking guns. Well, I think there should be harsh penalties for tracking guns. I think we have harsh penalties for tracking guns. A red flag gun control law. Now, you got to think about this red flag gun control law, and I'm sure it sounds good on paper. But what you're telling somebody is someone can accuse you of something, and now there's a red flag, and there's somebody beating down your door and taking your guns. And you know how vindictive people can be. Some will be right on, and others will be unfairly punished. So there's got to be some kind of, due process. You can't just. Then they'll have with the red gun flag law, they'll red flag gun law. They'll have some sort of thing against people with mental illnesses and stuff. And you got to wonder if you ever went to a doctor for any kind of mental problem, PTSD, whatever, are they going to red flag your ass? And then stripping firearm licenses from people involved with domestic violence. Now, in our country, if I remember correctly, you can't have a concealed carry permit if you've been involved with domestic violence. But I don't think they can take your guns. You still have a right to have bear arms. You just can't walk around with one concealed. But they got all these programs here. They still have it. And here's the thing. This is the weird thing. It's not the weird thing. This is the thing that's really kind of crazy. The laws that they enacted in 2020 to get everybody's AR-15 haven't even been enforced. They have to add another year of amnesty to that hokey program. But yet we're dropping brand new laws. So many laws on people that like we're just kicking their booties. Like here we got a whole new set of laws and we ain't even gotten the laws enacted that we just passed in 2020. It's 2 years later. It's kind of crazy. Oh my goodness. Hen Rough Rider says in my house. Yes. Absolutely in your house. You need. Do they have people that break in the houses and stuff? I'm a gun over 9. Okay, so that's Hen over there in Italy. Let's see. That's crazy. But anyway, you guys see what they're doing over there. Oh, well, it's good evening to you guys, Finn. It's 9:54 here in Texas. Okay, so, wow. There you guys go. Every newly proposed restriction has one ultimate goal. Complete outlawing of firearms, says Pablo Sluggo. I can't say that I disagree with you. I think that's what's on a lot of these people's minds. I think so. But anyway. What's up, Miguel Bryant, Arawak MC down in Palm Beach, man. Love you guys. So what I'm doing right now is just trying to scroll through the last of the comments and make sure I have somebody said something here. Like this was relevant, ML. This is not relevant. Manufacturers can make thousands of assault rifles, but nobody can manufacture baby formula. Not relative. That law I was talking about in California, you could not have extended clips. I remember that. Somebody said you should see the new California AR-15s. They are a joke. They are a joke. They don't even have handles on them, like hand grips on them. It's like you're shooting a stick. A gun is not the most efficient way to kill 25 people. It's not. I wonder what they're going to do when they outlaw guns and somebody takes a car and runs over 25 people. They're going to outlaw cars. It's not about getting weapons of mass destruction off the street. It's about getting weapons that citizens can use off the street. In Toronto, Canada police shot a man with a pellet gun after they told him to put it down, and he didn't. So yeah, we can print 3D gun. We can 3D print guns now, so it will never stop. Yeah, but they've got these new laws where they can't sell you those blueprints, right? Owning the blueprints is illegal now, I think. I think the way the DV thing works is you can own what you got, but you can't buy any new ones after the incident. Mike Weasel Jones says, morning, bro. I love my guns, but let's keep them off the set. Well, yes, let's keep them off the set. We need to. One is that if you bought a gun and say you leave that gun to say shop, the other person in the house is breaking the law. And now, we're talking about illegal people. Okay, I think we're pretty close here. This guy right here says, I guess this is another Canadian guy, or is this Australia? A bloke here in Adelaide had his entire antique gun collection taken off him when our gun laws were forced on us. Can you imagine them coming and taking your 100-year-old guns and basically burning them up or whatever? Anyway, you guys are really active with me today, man. You guys are hitting me with these blueprints can be made. We're talking about the 3D blueprints can be made and distributed to others by flash drive. So there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Hey, Black Dragon, I'm getting a bike show for veterans called Ride Free Bike Show for Vets. Like to hopefully in September this year or next year, like to have you jug or judge. Hit me at Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com, bro, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Or call me at 404-692-0336. And, whatever I can do to help. So anyway, did you get in touch with that news anchor yet? Man, holy moly, that news anchor was something else. I'm just saying. Can I even find her again? I must have. Oh, holy moly. Here we go. Man, oh man.
The highway where 7 people were injured. The highway where 7 people.
Holy moly. Okay. Yeah, we're going to get our own. We're going to get some. We're going to get some. I'm telling you, we're getting our own news anchors. Wonder how much trouble this will get me in. But I'm for it, man. I don't care. This is for you all. This is not for me. This is not for me. You guys think that I'm gonna get you a beautiful news anchor for me? No. I won't even like it. I'll sit here and refuse to like it. I'll be like, I don't like this. However, since you, my audience, have demanded it, we must please the people. And now we cut to the Black Dragon weather girls. Hi. We have sweeping currents way down here. And we have, you guys know. And for the women, we have women. We'll get a muscle guy. We don't mind. He'll have a smaller viewing time than anyone else, but we'll flash him across the screen. And then we'll have some extended time with me bringing up the anchor chair. It's got to be beautiful. They don't say her name on here, but holy moly. Why do people do this? Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Black Dragon, I already own swampland. Oh, you're not buying it, Aunt Squirrely? Oh my goodness, you have the news anchors in the shower with you, Black Dragon. Yes, you understand. Oh, come on. Great balls of comfort. You guys know my radio, my television commercial where I'm gonna have models. I'm just trying to work out the details so that I'm not murdered. Here he goes, Eric. Black Dragon in a bar of Noxema. Oh my goodness. Black Dragon's website says BSMC is inactive in Oklahoma City. Let's work on that. Yeah, man, we would love to get our Oklahoma City Black Sabbath back up and running. It's been, oh my goodness, 12 years since we've been there. I think we left there in our last member in Oklahoma City. We actually have 2 or 3 guys that are there, but they're just like completely inactive. And so our Oklahoma City footprint has been dead since about 2010, maybe 2011. So Aunt Squirrely says, no, dude, I do own swampland, so I can't be fooled. And she's already bought that before. Okay. Let's see. I think that's everybody. We actually got everybody's comments out today in 50 minutes and 22 seconds. Wow. You guys have done good. I'm in my fifth day without Braveheart. My heart is broken. I don't know what to do. I'm looking for my dog every day and every night. I go back to the place where I last lost him. Today, I'm going to put out flyers. I'm going to try to find every homeless person in the area. I think maybe a homeless person may have gotten my dog. I don't know why I believe that. There's just a lot of homeless people around there, so I'm going to put out flyers and offer a big reward for him. I'm going crazy. I got to find my dog, people. I tell you what, man. I'm an oar. I'm a boat without a rudder. I'm rudderless without my dog. You haven't even heard the big dog bark, not one time. He knows his brother's gone. And man, he's so lethargic. He won't he's not eating. He doesn't bark. You know, the little dog, he runs the show. He says who we bark at. He says who we attack. He says who we don't like. And the big dog just starts barking. He don't even know what the hell he's barking at. The little dog says, I don't like that guy over there. And the big dog just starts barking before he even sees what to bark at. So I got to get my dog back, man. Got to get my dog back. I am utterly broken. I am utterly broken. He just, Braveheart has always run away. When I first got Braveheart, I called my vet and I said, "Oh my God, somebody abandoned a dog in a rest stop. What asshole would do that?" And my vet said, "Well, what kind of dog is he?" And I said, "A Jack Russell Terrier." And she said, "Oh, that dog ran away." And I thought, what the hell do you know, lady? And Braveheart has run away about 40 times. About 40 times. He just gets to walk in a direction and he walks off. And I got to the point where I always kept him in my sights and I never let him get out of my sight. And I got into an argument with a guy in a parking lot. And he came at my car and I opened the door to let Brutus get at him. And Brutus jumped on out. And then I thought better of it and grabbed Brutus and Braveheart jumped out. And this crazy guy was drunk and everything. And I was like, yeah, there's no need to go just like left field on this guy. But I was waiting for him to hit me. Like, if you swing, Brutus is going to eat you up. I saw Braveheart jump out of the car. I looked at him out of the left of my eye. Then this guy came at me again and we start yelling and stuff. And then he says, "Where's the little dog?" And that's when I realized Braveheart was gone. So then the asshole starts helping me look for Braveheart. I think even he could see the terror in my eyes. And he just walked away, man, like he always does. But I always have kept my eye on him. So I failed him. Now he's gone. So, trying to find my dog. I hope a coyote didn't get him. And every time he's ever been gone, somebody has always called me up and said, "Hey, I found your dog." And, or the little SOB just shows up on the doorstep. Like, hey, I went and got some. What do you think? I'm not supposed to have any? So, he's 18 pounds and he is not smart enough to be afraid of anything. He's absolutely fearless, which is where he got the name Braveheart from. You guys remember? I was calling him Dog. And I should have got a GPS collar, Steve 71. But I made up my mind I'm never going to take my eyes off of him. And I never did until the day I did. So I contacted some people that have dogs that look for dogs. Unfortunately, none of the sons of bitches are here. They're in North Carolina and Florida. It's very expensive to get them. The man told me to set up a comfort spot. Says the dog will stay in the same area that he last saw you in. Put your dirty clothes down and change the food out every day and put a trail camera there. So I did that. I went and bought a damn trail camera that reports to you on your phone. And I built him a comfort station. And I put his blankets down and I peed there so that he could. Somebody just sent me a Cash App. Thank you. I just saw that show up on my phone, and someone just sent me some money. Listen, thank you guys. Thank you, Brother Goose, man. I appreciate you. Damn. But anyway, I bought this funky ass app, and so now I'm a hunter with a trail cam. I went to Bass Pro Shop. Like, do any black people shop at Bass Pro Shop? Like, I think I was like the only guy there. And they were so kind to me when I told them what happened with my dog. They were so kind, and they set me up with the right camera that actually reports to you on your cell phone. These are the pictures, and I'm checking the trail to see if Braveheart shows up, and so far, goose egg. But I go check it every day. Next is I'm going to put a reward on some flyers. I went to the Humane, then I went to go see if maybe he got turned in, and they're not taking animals in the shelter in this county. They have a, what do you call it? A state of emergency here. All the shelters are full. And that's a good thing. That means they're not killing the animals. So, but they're not accepting animals. So I don't know what you do when they're not accepting animals. There's some other places. I'm going to go to all those places. And, man, I'm going to go to all those places and do everything I can do to find my dog. The man told me not to worry. They've had dogs out there a year, and Jack Russell Terriers are survivors. I don't think my dog is out on the lam. He is a people dog who doesn't like the rain and likes to sleep in a bed. Somebody's got my damn dog, and they didn't call me. They decided to keep my dog. And I'm going to find my dog. But first, today, me and Big Dog, we're going to go through all of the woods. It's a very, very wooded, bad wooded area. Very, very, very wooded. And we're going to, I'm told there's a lot of homeless people that live back there in those woods. So we're going to go back there to see if somebody has claimed my dog as a companion and extricate him. We're going to liberate my dog from whoever may have him. Can Brutus track? No, not yet. But there's a year-long program, and I'm going to put him into it because I want Brutus and myself to be able to find somebody else's dog should they lose him. If we don't find Braveheart, maybe we can be the people that someone calls here, because I don't care what it cost. I would have paid whatever I had to pay to get Braveheart back if those dog teams had been here. But they're in Florida and South Carolina. And I asked the guy, how can I train my dog to do this? And he said that there were some programs. I saw a guy out training his dog over at the place where I walk my dog. And if I run into him again, maybe he says they have tracking games where they play these games where all these people with these kinds of dogs get together. Maybe I'll try to find out who those people are here in Georgia and see if they can help me. Black Dragon says, better take your pistol with you just in case. Well, this is Georgia, so, everybody's got one here. And you'd be a damn fool to go into the woods without something like that. Do you have anything that has Braveheart scent on it? Oh, absolutely. Everything has Braveheart scent on it. So anyway, Dinah Ryder. Oh my God, man. It's so good to see you. I hope you've been well. Thank you, Dinah Ryder. I appreciate that. So you guys know, you guys have been watching me all this time. You know all about Braveheart. When I got him, when he got his leg ripped off and put back on, and I'm just losing my mind. I can't sleep. Haven't slept in days. Man, it was so hard for me to tear away from here to go to Louisiana to, I was like, they don't need me there. They got everything, but I knew I had to go. But leaving my little buddy to fend for himself for a whole day. My club brother's picking on me. So anyway, I'm commiserating. It's terrible that, and I started to say a prayer last night, and I thought to myself, like, you cannot ask God to save your dog when people are asking him to stop bombing their homes over there next to Russia. You can't ask God to save your dog when people are starving right here, when people are having shootouts on the highway. And you don't pray for dumb shit. Ukraine, thank you. You pray for, in my mind, you pray for stuff that's important, and you get your ass out there and you find your dog. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find my dog if it takes me a year. Remember when you had to climb that fence? Robert, that was crazy. That was crazy. Was I walking the dog? I didn't have Braveheart then. I that was before I got Braveheart that I climbed that fence and fell over at the school. Can you imagine being at the school today, climbing that fence? Well, they'd have SWAT all over you, man. They've changed this country. So for you guys that don't know, I used to walk in the woods. I used to do this show at mornings in the woods, and I would walk and talk, not about news, but motorcycle club protocol. Everybody wants me to go back to those talking videos, walking and talking videos. And I would walk through the deep woods, man. We would see the craziest stuff out there. Rock formations that some weird people had put up, Children of the Corn stuff. I mean, I would be in the deep, deep, deep woods, man. I'd walk 3 or 4 miles in, and we'd be talking, and then one day I was walking and came into the back of a middle school, and I didn't realize. And then finally, I was on the football field, then the baseball diamond. Now I'm in the back of the school, and I'm trying to get out of the school. And I come to this big ass fence, and I'm 50 something years old at the time, and I probably hadn't climbed a fence in 25 years. And I climbed that fence. It was the ugliest thing because I fell miserably, like old people fall. Like I kept falling, blah, 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 blah. And as I'm picking my butt up off the ground, hurt and bruised, but I got over the fence though. I got over the fence. And as I'm picking myself up, bruised, feelings hurt, out walks security, standing there like, so what the hell do you think their resource officer happened to be at the school. So what the hell do you think you're doing? I was trying. Yeah, we saw you from the minute you entered the school grounds. We've been watching you the whole time. What are you doing? He escorted me off the school grounds. I remember that very much. Big Cell, are you on here? What's up, man? So anyway, somebody said a prayer for my dog. Thank you, Merlin. All right. So anyway, man, I appreciate y'all so much. Somebody says, no, if you have PTSD, you still have the right to own firearms and carry concealed. I'm a medically retired Marine in that boat. I'm really, really worried about that. Like, when do they start going after the PTSD people and stuff like that? I mean, it's coming. I think it is. But anyway, I thought he went under the fence and you over. No, Robert, this was before I had Braveheart. No, I think this was before I had Braveheart. I was when I used to walk. It was slightly before I had Braveheart. I had Braveheart not long after. All right, my men. I appreciate you, my good folks, men and women. So the big dog is kind of sick now that we don't see the little dog. He knows the little dog is missing. And he is just curled up in a ball over there. You haven't heard him bark or nothing. He's not barking at the cars go by. He's not barking at the vehicles driving in the parking lot. I mean, this whole family over here is destroyed. And I just can't believe I don't have my Braveheart. My last dog, Hope, Magda, Charity, Warrigal, mighty dog of dogs, the benevolent, great, magnificent conqueror, the lion-hearted, Bunch the first, conquering dog of the tribe of Judah, elect of God, is she's in my she's in my RV. I used to keep her on my motorcycle. She's in my RV. She travels everywhere. She was cremated. She travels everywhere I go. I have her forever. And I just knew I would have Braveheart so that if I passed before he did, he would be in my grave with me along with Hope. And you guys didn't get to know Hope, but she was so loved on the biker set that she was so loved on the biker set that people, because she rode a motorcycle, people would actually want to people would actually, they wouldn't even ask me about me. They just wanted to know about her. And she was very loved. That's Hope. This is her Facebook page, Hope the dog. And here she, what the hell? Here she is. She used to go whitewater river rafting with me. And I figured I'd have Hope forever. Hope went with me, like all my dogs, even to places where they say no dogs allowed. There was Hope. We didn't do the no dogs allowed thing. She was a pit lab. And we went everywhere together for 8 years. She was by my side no matter what. She was always there. Hope, Magda Charity Warrigal, mighty dog of dogs, the benevolent, great, magnificent conqueror, the lion-hearted, Bunch the First, conquering dog of the tribe of Judah, elect of God. That was her whole name. And of course, she had to be dried off. She was the most spoiled animal on the face of God's earth. You guys never got to know her. But as you can imagine, I take care of my dog. She died of cancer. She used to ride the motorcycle. Oh, I wonder when that video got privatized. But anyway, that was her. On the, this was my best buddy who used to take care of her. That's when we had to let her go because she developed this cancer here. And these were her last days. And we had to let her go. But my buddy Bob came over and he brought this is Bob. He came over and he brought the person, the vet, and they took her right in my living room. And they put her down. And that was the day that my heart was broken forever. And I never thought I would ever have another dog again. And that's when, and Hope had the models too, you guys. I don't know if you get to see, if you can see this, but Hope would pose with models. That's back when I was a photographer. And there she was, man. Cool animal. Very cool animal. I love my animals, man. There she is on the back of the motorcycle. She went with me everywhere. That was when she was just a puppy when I first got her. And she survived all my girlfriends. That's when I first got her. And she, everybody wanted to shoot with Hope. It's back when I was a photographer and I shot all the models and stuff. So that's Hope's life, man. Here's Hope at a birthday party. She was just a very cool dog. And so you guys didn't get to know Hope, but you did get to know Braveheart. And that was her. When I left her at the vet, when I would go on my motorcycle trips, I would leave her with her big ass, huge teddy bear. So she could have it. I don't know if these pictures are too small for you guys to see it. And then, of course, she would go whitewater river rafting with me and all this kind of stuff. She was a cool animal, man. Cool animal. And Braveheart, I never figured I would love an animal like I loved Hope. And Braveheart actually took over. And then this damn guy came. And I never wanted 2 dogs. Give me a break. And now I don't think that I can live without 2 dogs. I think 2 dogs. And it's crazy because you guys know I didn't meet my brother until I was 50 some years old. My brother, John Pierre Bunch, who has 3 dogs, rides a motorcycle. He's so cool. And my brother, David Edward Bunch. My name is John Edward Bunch. My brother, David Edward Bunch, and my brother, John Pierre Bunch. We all share pieces of the same name. And, but my older brother, or my oldest brother, I hope that works, had 3 dogs. I was like, how the hell do you have 3 dogs? And then I got 2, and I could see that it's really cool. But yeah, man, rides motorcycles just like me, has dogs just like me, has a boat, he does everything I do. Both of my brothers, they do everything I do, although I never met them until I was old. I have really cool brothers. All right, enough commiserating here. Enough of the John Bunch Black Dragon boohoo time. We have things to do today, my friends. We have a great day ahead of us in this beautiful land. We are alive. We're kicking. We are above the dirt nap. We're doing well. So I want you guys to have a great day today. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in and being with me all this time. All of y'all. I really appreciate you guys do, man. Aunt Squirrely said every day something happens to remind me why I had a dog. Dogs are cool, man. Somebody said something, internet baddies. Did I miss something? Were we talking about females? What the hell did I miss? Internet baddies. Maybe somebody's talking about the old, maybe somebody's remembering my old, that went by. I can't find it. Huh. I know. Okay. Internet baddies are a special breed, you know. Oh, you guys are talking about, I thought you were talking about my old channel, which was all models, called Internet Baddies. Boy, I've been bad out here in the world. Let's see. One Love Black Dragon at Sin City. Hey, man. Thank you. Thank you for coming on, saying hello, reaching out. Good to see our big brothers on the diamond side come over here and hang out with us, man. It just makes us feel great, man. But anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. We appreciate you too, Black Dragon. Hope you find your dog. Thank you, Black Dragon. That's the other Black Dragon out there. All right, I'm out. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny and get, at least one of my books. Anyway, I mean, I'd like for you to get all of them, but at least get one of the books. Holy moly. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book. Okay, here, let's check this out real quick. I've been talking about my hero soap. I wanted to show you guys. Here's my empty bag of my hero soap. I actually use this stuff. I'm going to do a commercial with me in the shower. You guys will like that, won't you? Won't you guys like seeing me in the shower? I'm going to have a model with me, some sort of maybe 2 or 3 models around me. I don't know if you guys remember the commercials that used to have Joe Namath in them. Great balls of comfort. Maxima. Remember those commercials? You guys old enough for that? Where he had these models around him. He's in the shower and he's got this Noxzema cream. Yeah, so I'm gonna do me some. You guys want to see me naked, right? So anyway, this Hero Soap Company, I use this stuff. They sent it to me. I used it, and it's awesome stuff. And what I like about it, and I'll just be kind of cool with this, is that it's manly. It smells good. They got all kinds of soaps. They've got lavender and all these kind of manly smells. Peppermint tea tree, peppermint cool, spearmint. The woods. They have body washes now, which is new for them. They didn't have the body washes when they first contacted me, but they got them now. What I like about these folks is that they give a percentage of their sales back to charities that are focused on helping veterans and first responders. So that's, they say, we want to thank you for helping us support our veterans. So if you, and first responders, so if you buy some of this soap, they're going to send, you can get a subscription. That's the other thing. You can get a soap subscription, like you can get a razor blade subscription. And if you buy their soap, a few things happen. One, you get some soap to wash your ass. They get some money, that part of it they're going to give to veterans and first responders. And if you use the discount code Black Dragon, which is what we're hoping you use, they will give a percentage to us as well, which keeps the show supported. So good on them, good on you, good on us. And of course, you guys know I love these rings. My sister accused me of having demonic rings. How you gonna accuse me? She told me she was terrified of my rings, and she said each ring was more demonic than the one that I would previously put on. Each one was more terrifying than the previous one. And I don't understand how she could say that about my rings. My rings are cool. You gotta have some cool rings if you're these are my rings, man. So if you like rings, like I like rings, biker rings, you can go here to Gothic Rings, gthic.com. Just like with the soap company, if you use your discount code of Black Dragon, you get you a very cool discount, 20% in this case. I like the Medusa ring, man. They got some very cool rings here. They got Masonic rings, So use these folks. They got pewter and all kinds of stuff, silver, actual silver in these rings, and they've got stainless steel rings. Man, their rings are the bomb. I like them. I wear them. So get you some. Get you some, man. Get you some.
You are fake news.
Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker News. You